So we get very, very low heat losses with the salt. And the sodium, it's a metal, so it conducts really well, and that's why we want to use that in the reactor to take the heat away. Just real quickly on safety, we make this plant what we call inherently safe, but it's safe without anybody having to do anything. Safe without an operator having to shut something down, safe without having external power. Basically, anything that happens, the reactor responds appropriately. From a control mechanism, meaning if you want to stop the reactor power, basically the control rods, if the power's going up, the control rods automatically drop in by gravity. And then we have a backup system with the mechanical drive mechanism. With cooling, as I mentioned before, the decay heat just goes right up the chimney, so it's going to cool itself down as well. And the nice thing about that cooling, which is all natural, without any motors or anything, basically, as the temperature goes up, it cools faster because it's really your temperature delta that drives the amount of heat transfer. And I'm almost done. And then containment, you basically got a cool reactor, so you don't actually have any nuclear, anything touching the fuel ever goes out of that reactor. Emergency planning zone, just real quick. Essentially, in any kind of accident, emergency, or anything like that, the radioactive materials don't go out of the site itself, and that's because sodium kind of holds it all in. It's just a picture. You might have seen it from the site. That was when we were doing all the boring. We're done with that now. Mark is going to talk about what's coming next. But just real quickly, what we're doing is we're obtaining our permits to facilitate development of both a sodium test facility, and we decided to do that on site, so it'll bring jobs into the area a lot faster. We're doing a number of surveys. We're completing our biological surveys of the site, and then I've got some dates here for the early work on construction, but I think Mark is going to talk about that next, so I'll save that for him. So I had just stick this up while we're transitioning, but 10 minutes is really fast to try to describe a nuclear plant, but happy to have anybody. And I think that's why I'm talking instead of Chris, my boss, because he couldn't talk for only 10 minutes about the plant.